School Spirit.
It's Hog Day at Lavator College.
That's right, guys. I was sitting down today at work, and I was thinking to myself, I really should review more obscure teen slash college age 80s comedy films. So here we are.
You are a sad, strange little man, and you have my pity.
School Spirit stars literally nobody you've ever fucking heard of in the history of fucking ever. So it stars this guy and a bunch of boobs.
Nice. Nice. Nice.
Yeah, this movie is basically 80s boobs, the movie.
I'd buy that for $1.
School Spirit follows a guy named Billy Batson. Yeah, his name is really Billy Batson. Not this Billy Batson, but this Billy Batson.
Billy Batson comes back to school as a ghost. He's
better known as basically Danny Phantom, if Danny Phantom was like a 55-year-old college student who was like super rapey and perverted. Yeah, that's basically what this Billy Batson is. Yeah, I'm not lying when I say that this dude goes around the whole movie just being a huge fucking rapey, overly touchy guy, but somehow is really charming to like women, and he looks like he's like literally 55 years old and in college, as does everybody else in this film. I knew in the 80s they casted older people to play younger parts, but Jesus Christ, these people in these films look like literally college professors. Like, what the fuck are they thinking? And there's this one character that they keep saying like, oh, you're too young, and I'm like, no, she's not. She's actually 21. You're just like 5 years old. Anyway, I'm going off on a tangent here. School Spirit is about this guy, Billy Batson, aka Pervy Rape Ghost, who is really all horned up and shit, and he's like, man, I gotta find a condom, because in every 80s comedy film where somebody's about to have sex, they like have to go find a condom, and they don't know where a condom's at, and it's like this big fucking ordeal. Have you ever noticed that in modern movies, like, people don't ever like say that, like, oh, do you have a condom? Like, they just do it, like they just start fucking. In this movie, nope, he's like, I gotta find a condom, gotta go on this wacky journey to fucking find one. Which, I guess no stores exist where he lives, you couldn't just go to the fucking store and get one. Again, I'm going off on a fucking tangent. Okay, so let me finally get to the fucking plot of this movie. Okay, the plot of this movie is this guy right here, Billy Batson, aka Rapey Ghost, is having sex with this chick right here, or is attempting to have sex with this chick right here, and then he's like, oh shit, I need a condom, but they won't say the word condom for some reason. Like, if it's like fucking the word like Voldemort or the name Voldemort, like, it's like, you don't fucking say that, don't say any, and you can say anything but that word. It's like, what the fuck would be weird? Anyways, he's like, yeah, I gotta find a fucking condom, so he like runs to his car and then goes to this random like bar restroom, and he's like looking for a condom, and he finally finds one, and he gets into the car and he takes off back because he wants to go bang this chick, and then he gets into a car accident and then dies, and then he dies, and then his uncle comes back from the dead, and he's like, hey bro, you're fucking dead, man, I don't know what to tell you, dude, I'm like really sorry, bro, let's go to heaven. And then he's like, huh? Yeah, that's literally how fast the movie moves. Like, this all happens within like the first 10 minutes. Billy Batson dies. He finds out that he's now a ghost, and then he wants to get taken to heaven, and then he's all like, hey, no, I don't want to go to heaven because then I can't fuck people. Like, ghosts can't have sex. Like, that's literally the plot of this film. He dies, becomes a ghost, doesn't want to be a ghost because he realizes, oh, if I'm a ghost, I can't fuck people, I got a ghost dick. So, yeah, that's pretty much the plot of this movie. And this movie fills its runtime with just, like, 80s montage after 80s montage after 80s montage, to the point to where, like, I think that this film forgot that it was supposed to be a ghost movie. I mean, the only real ghost thing about this movie is that he goes, like, this every now and again, and like disappears and goes to a restroom and like jacks off in a corner while he's like looking at naked chicks in a fucking in a shower. That's another thing. This movie, like, I think it only like labeled itself as a ghost movie so the main character could go like that and go into like showers and see chicks naked, which, I mean, that's all well and cool, but I mean, you can't build a whole fucking movie around that. Well, I digress. They built a whole fucking movie around that, and it wasn't very fucking good. Another thing that I found I mean, there isn't anything good about this film. Another thing that I found bad about this film was that it doesn't stand out. I mean, if it didn't have this ghost gimmick, it would just be like 80s party movie, insert title here. I mean, that's all I can really say about this film. One thing that is kind of funny about this film is that, again, they forget that it's a ghost movie, and it just shows him, the main character, Billy Batson, like, walking around, hanging out, just, like, attempting to fuck different chicks, and then he finally meets this fucking Canadian chick who speaks, like, super fucking French. And I know that in Canada some people speak, like, French and shit, but this chick is from fucking France, and she's like, no, I'm Canadian, oui. And he sees her and he's like, oh, I want you to suck my croissant, dude. And then she's like, I will suck your croissant, eh? And so, like, they have sex, of course. And then she's like, oh, you're a ghost, Billy Batson, and not Shazam? That is so crazy. How has DC not sued us yet? Yeah, that's a good question. Anyway, I'm going off on another tangent. He meets this fucking Canadian chick, and he's like, oh, I'm in love, man. Even though I've been trying to bone this chick the whole movie, I'm now in love with you, Canadian chick. And so they have sex, and then he's supposed to go to heaven at 12 o'clock because it's an 80s movie and stuff always happens at 12 o'clock. And so, like, they're going to take him to heaven, and then that, his uncle that I mentioned earlier was all like, you know what? You fell in love, so I guess you could come back to life. What? Are you fucking serious? So the whole thing about him being a ghost and him doing all this shit so he can go invisible and jerk off in the corner while he goes and looks at naked chicks in a fucking locker room or whatever was all for nothing? The movie, it could have fucking saved face at the end where, like, he was in a coma and they could have been like, no, man, this was all a dream. But no, his friends burst in and they're like, oh, you're alright, what? So I guess you weren't ever in any real danger at all. And this whole thing where you reckon and becoming a ghost was just a whole bunch of bullshit because we really wanted to make a party movie, but we had to add an element of a ghost thing for some fucking reason. Guys, you know what? I mean, this is another film that I'm going to give a 0 out of 10. But unlike the Garbage Pail Kids movie, I'm not going to recommend you go see this because you're just going to waste your time. You're literally going to waste life. I wasted an hour and 30 minutes of my life, Billy Batson, watching School Spirit. And now I don't have any spirit to live.